Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls in that technicolor rainbow between, it's your boy Trey Proper.
It's your boy Big Herb.
And it's your girl Christmas.
How you doing, ladies and gentlemen? Oh, you want to say something? You want to chime in?
Oh yeah, I'm in the background. We have a special guest in the background as well.
We got a couple special guests.
Yeah.
They're just going to be chiming in as we talk.
That's what I do.
Man.
So, this has been an interesting week this week, man.
Interesting to say the least.
Yes.
We've got a lot of racism going on.
It's like you got unadulterating.
Oh,
I didn't know RNRKO was for racism.
Is he just reaching onto this? Really? Okay. So, do you want to introduce yourself as somebody besides your usual call name, or?
Step over here. It's Cam, aka the habitual line crosser. Just resident asshole.
There you go. So yeah, in case you ain't figured it out, I'm bringing a whole goon squad on at some point in time. It's just going down. So this week we want to talk about a lot of the hot topics that have been going on with everything in general. But first thing, we want to give a special shout out to Lashana Lynch. She was actually featured as one of the co-stars on Captain Marvel. She is excuse me, sorry. She actually portrays Maria Rambeau, the mother of Monica Rambeau. If you're a nerd, blurred, you know who she is. She's the first black female Captain Marvel. The little girl that's in the movie. I'm not spoiling anything. That's her mother. So if you ain't seen it by now. It's been 2 weeks.
Also, she was in a few roles, 12 to be exact. 4 movies, 8 TV shows. She was also in this one show on ABC called Still Star Crossed. It was pretty much right after.
I ain't watching.
Yeah, we didn't. It's ABC, but at the same, it's basically every single thing that happened after Romeo and Juliet. So yeah.
Let me not bash ABC.
No.
You know.
No, I love ABC on some things.
We love regular television.
Yeah.
We love it as a shield.
Regular television.
Regular television.
Right. But the best part about her is she's British. So if you know me, you know I love
he loves
British
the Brits.
women. You can't tell she's British on the movie, but yeah, she got that accent. All the actors are British now, Joe. It's like you gotta have an accent.
Tomlin, what's his name?
Tom Holland.
Tom Holland.
Spider-Man's British. Stephen Strange
Benedict Cumberbatch.
Yeah.
You mean Benedict? Cucumbers?
Benedict Cabbage Patch.
We are not.
Cucumber snatch.
Yeah.
Cucumber snatch?
But I like Doctor Strange. It's okay. It's just that no one can say his name, but it's okay.
It's Benedict Cumberbatch.
I know
really?
his name is. All of
Is
that.
it really?
He can't say the word penguins, so it's fine.
It's fine.
We're going to share that because now I have to see that. I didn't know that.
But yes, Trey does have a thing for Brits because this is the term. The
She's
British
chocolate,
are coming.
She's British.
When he hears the term "the British are coming," he really.
But if you ain't seen the movie by now, yeah, her and Captain Marvel got something going on. You ain't gonna be raising nobody's daughter with them for like 5 years. They lesbians. I'm just gonna throw it out there. That's just my
Please
opinion.
stop it.
What?
Really?
There's nothing wrong with that. I'm
No
just
one
saying.
said it. Just stop.
It's nothing wrong with it. That's just how they are.
Hey.
So
I mean, they could be friends. Who knows? But
They
whatever.
could be.
man, she was there every Christmas for like 6 years, buying gifts and stuff.
Like I'm not there for your son at
Internet.
Christmas. Am I?
Stop.
Where was you last Christmas? Because I was broke this Christmas.
Last time I got on Christmas store, you told me they kept stepping on them.
That's because you bought a 50-foot tall. You know what? We're not doing
Back
this.
onto the show. Back onto the show.
Anyway, did you guys see? Do you guys know who Corrine Taroni is?
I know who she is only because I saw the racist shit.
Comments.
Man, she went all in. It was nothing.
Let me say, I've never
seen overt racism.
I've never seen a ShopRite in my life. I didn't even know that existed.
I've been up there.
The outer reaches of
We
Maryland.
had them here the first time I saw them.
Yeah. So apparently, she had a racial incident at a ShopRite. Incident where she basically screamed at the top of her lungs in front of her children, F you, N-word, F you, N-word, F you, N-word. She said it 3 times.
She said, don't speak in front of my fucking kids like that.
Basically. And then she went in.
Nigga. Because you a motherfucking nigga.
But she was a Connecticut clerk of the school board, and she's fired. So thankfully, we got some good shit happened to her.
We have to say big up to Hampden County school system because I mean they acted so swiftly.
Yeah.
You know, they said that, you know, we saw the video, we said we were going to launch an investigation, she handed in her resignation, we accepted it.
Yeah.
Like, okay, we saw her children were there, we called DCF. Thank you.
Good job.
Okay? And then they sent out their whole newsletter or whatever saying that a person like this does not deserve to be around our children.
Yeah.
And that was that.
She got all the smoke.
She got
Yep.
all the smoke.
You can't
And all I'm saying is that if I was a parent in that school system, you wouldn't be able to tell me anything about my school system because I'd be right there going, that's my schools. My kids go to school there, and they backed us up.
She's the clerk of the what is it? The school board clerk? Yeah, no, you can't handle the money. You can't even be my cook. You can't be the old cook lady.
No, not at all.
Nope.
And
So
no,
definitely
let's
can't
just
be the what's the name, the lunch lady. Because I mean, shit. I mean, what are you
no,
really
but
gonna?
here's the thing. Like, she spit at him. Let me just
Yeah,
say for the
Hell
record.
nah.
Let me just say for the record. You spit at me or on me, we have to commence the fisticuffs. That's all that's left. After that,
But then
we
you run
have
into
to
the
fight.
trouble of I put my hands on this old white lady,
yeah.
and then
No.
I'm in
My
jail.
defense
So
is
She
she
spit on me.
we all know what society we live in.
Nah, and I
We
totally
live in a
understand what you're
non-spitting
saying.
society.
This is why you have cousins who would handle that for you.
Yeah, because
I'm not saying who, but certain people will catch them hands, and I'm just gonna hold the camera. I'm
We
just saying.
can't do that,
We can't do that.
but she can.
Yeah, no,
you don't want the smoke. You don't want none of this
No.
smoke.
No.
Speaking of smoke, anybody see the bug-eyed monster crying on TV this week? Oh, I'm gonna call her the bug-eyed monster because I don't like her.
Oh man, Wendy Williams.
How you doing?
Yeah.
No, she. So what I'm talking about is Wendy Williams this week was seen. She got on her show to get ahead of it, so to speak. The fact that it was about to be released that her husband has moved in with his mistress,
Knocked her
has
up,
gotten her pregnant, and
Yep.
you know. Yeah, she got on TV and said, "I have a crack addiction," and I'm not making fun of people with addictions. I'm not saying
No,
that.
it's not.
But this is somebody who routinely
Yeah,
has made a career out of talking trash about people for her entire career.
If you-
Nobody in the industry likes her. So now, you want to get in front of the TV and get in front of it, get ahead of it to try to prevent the backlash from coming out about the fact that you smoke crack, and they probably got videos of you doing that. All of those. What do you crack?
I love
You
the
know-
pot calling the kettle crack. Whitney Williams stay talking trash about like Whitney Houston.
Yo, she went so
Oh,
hard.
man.
And then she's gonna be like,
Oh,
I remember
man.
the crack. Like,
That
that,
is-
explains
that
the fall,
is-
that explains the falling out,
Wow.
the fainting, all that.
I was about to say that's why she
You know?
fainted. She was on TV.
Yeah.
No,
That
seriously
explains her
though.
weight loss.
Now that she said this, it leaves so many holes open for like things that she's done in the past.
Oh,
So
man.
now she's falling out on the show.
Yeah.
Like, did she really fall out because of her Graves' disease and she was having a dizzy spell? She just took that whole month off the show. And it's like, okay, was that because you
And
went
as rich as she
rehab?
is, she does crack though. Like
Yeah,
she
I
can't do
mean-
cocaine.
She
can't
said
do-
she did
Oh.
cocaine.
She can't do rich people drugs.
Oh,
She can't do crack.
But yeah, also I want to talk about as far as like some other shit. I mean, because like you guys said, this is the same woman that sit there and just randomly just spit shit about people. And I love the fact that fucking what's his name, Howard Stern just went on a 40-minute rant.
Yo.
He's like, "You're
I
a
wish
fucking
we could
cunt.
play that. I wish
You're a
we could play
bitch.
that
Nobody
rant.
fucking loves you."
You know, you pissed off a white man when he calls you
a
the C
fucking
word.
cunt. He
Yeah.
calls you
So,
a cunt.
I know that's abrasive, but Howard Stern, this is for you.
Yes, sir.
Exactly. But yeah, you know you pissed him off.
Oh yeah. Oh shit.
And it's just been ridiculous. You said what?
Yeah, we didn't.
Crap.
Yeah.
We didn't tell
We
you guys.
didn't even get
so,
into
all
the
right,
church
so
announcements
honestly,
either.
we getting into church announcements.
Yeah.
We didn't tell you what we were drinking
Yeah.
because we just started drinking.
Yeah. It's just
We
it's
just
been a long ass week. A lot of racism. A lot of
Yeah, we
of
just wanted to
crazy-
get into
to
it.
the crack.
Yeah.
No,
It's a lot of
we'll get
crazy.
into it.
We'll get
We
into
all
it.
needed drinks.
Yeah. So, it's
Cam,
done.
where's the bottle?
Yeah. So
So
this
the drink
week-
of the week.
I know he hates it.
Can y'all see it?
Yeah, it's,
No.
So,
it's great.
So my man Herb here.
Yeah, it was.
Oh my God.
Yeah,
We're drinking nothing.
oh God.
So yeah, we're doing we just talking a lot of shit and we're effing today. So it's effing vodka.
It's actually effing the vodka
Yeah,
green
it's
apple.
Green apple.
Yeah.
And
We
yeah,
said-
so-
It's the words on
it's-
there.
yeah, it's
Remember
just-
when we said we like alcohol, flavored alcohol?
Yeah,
He
yeah.
decided to get Crown Apple.
Yeah.
I mean,
Effing
effing
apple.
apple. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Is that cheap? Is that 50 cents or something?
Yes, it is. It's
This
50.
is
about
50.
Oh,
Yeah,
you,
it's 50.
you gotta get drunk.
Pop,
You gotta get drunk. Dutch run.
Yeah.
Make sure you don't change.
Get drunk on time.
Don't move your lips when you talk.
Oh my
Don't move your
goodness.
jaw whatsoever.
Shout out to 50 Cent. Shout out to 50 Cent.
The pettiest motherfucker.
He is the pettiest man.
He is the petty.
He's Petty Murphy.
But you know what? He came up with the greatest idea though.
What, by 2000? By
yes,
but
for Trump and Pence's their little town halls, they were free tickets. So a lot of people logged on and bought the tickets. So their first five or six rows are totally up. Rick said, "How you smoking?
How you smoking?"
Go on.
Oh, before we go any further, we gotta get to the what's the name? Church announcements.
Yes, church announcements.
We got to go into it. So yeah, 2 weeks away from WrestleMania. 2 weeks. Woo! I don't know if y'all ready, but I sure as hell am ready. And where that place is?
Kofi Mania.
Kofi, yes.
I am claiming it now. Kofi Mania.
Yes.
WrestleMania.
New Day.
No, not the New Day. I'm calling it now. I'm calling it now. The Nation of Domination is making a comeback.
No.
Okay?
No.
I'm saying
it may be bad, but it's not going to be Nation.
I want them to be the Nation of Domination.
It's
Anybody who grew up in the Attitude Era, you know about the Nation of Domination.
Did y'all
continue with the...
But yeah, we're going to get into it real quick. This is going to be at Summer's Restaurant, April 7th. 1520 North Courthouse Road, Alexandria, Virginia, 22201. If you need a call in to get that number, it is 703-528-8278. Pre-show starts at 5:30. Make sure you get there on time because
be late because I need a parking space and I need a seat.
But when does it start?
It starts at 5:30.
You know, WrestleMania
7 o'clock.
You ain't getting in there at 7 o'clock.
You definitely ain't getting in there at 7 o'clock.
6:30.
Yeah.
What's the opposite of CP time?
One time. And also, we have Beer, Bourbon, and Barbecue taking place June 15th at the National Harbor, Saturday, June 15th. VIP Beast Mode session is $75. Get there at 12 to 2. And after that, general admission is $40 from 2 to 6. Also, if you got any more questions or concerns or anything you want to look up, go on beerandbourbon.com, and we hope to see you there.
Oh, yeah. And Alicia just said, countdown to Game of Thrones. What, we got 30 days till Game of Thrones comes out?
Yeah, something like that.
Oh, man. It's about to go down. We got to talk
3
about
weeks.
this.
3 weeks, man.
Yeah, about 3 weeks. 3 weeks. We got about a month. So, we don't have the rights to that music. But that's enough about Wendy Williams and everything else. Yeah. So that's it for the church. You know, we need to add Game of Thrones to the church announcements.
Yes, we do.
We do.
Yeah,
we
we're
need
going
to
to add them on next week.
Special note. The other thing that was announced this week is In Living Color is coming back to TV. After 25 years of not being on TV, they're coming back. Yeah. And they're going to be trying to get the original cast. They've been taking a lot of pictures, a lot of photo ops going out there. Mm-hmm. But my question to you guys was basically to our, I'm going to call you Blerdies. I don't know what else to call you.
Blerds.
Blerds is fine.
Blerds is fine.
Blerds is fine.
Blerds is fine.
Blerds of us.
Blerds is fine.
Yeah.
All right, Blerds out there. Nobody likes my names.
You could always call them our Blerds.
Our Blerds. All right, our fam.
All right.
Avengers Endgame. Yeah, we know. We
definitely gonna get into that one, Terrence.
Into that one. But basically, do you think it's gonna be good for this era? Because it was pretty racy back in the day. We had Candyman, Minute. What was it? Minute One.
Homie don't play.
Homie don't play that. Homie play.
Brown could survive, and Fire Marshal Bill could survive in today's climate.
Fire Marshal Bill.
Everyone else could not.
I'm just saying.
Minute film, come on now. That's
Minute film, yeah.
Two snaps formation.
Hated it. It's definitely not his thing. For those people who are actually like,
Sharita, say hi.
What's up, Rita?
What's going on?
For those people who actually like the rough around the edges comedy, like us, we'll enjoy it. But it's always gonna be those people who actually will just think that everything is so sensitive that they're actually gonna
taboo.
Yeah, they're not gonna enjoy it. But you know, fuck them. I bring it back. I want them to bring
justice warriors are going to hate it.
I know that.
Anything that is pre 2001.
Yeah, no.
No, this is not gonna be.
I personally cannot wait because I loved In Living Color between the Fly Girls, the music act, and then the skits. It was just perfect to me. It was so perfect. It was the perfect show. I loved it so much.
Yeah. I mean, the abundance of talent. You got Jim Carrey, what's his name?
Tommy
Davidson, all the
Wayans kids.
Yeah.
Wayans kids.
And now you got the
next generation of Wayans.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I mean, they got more Wayans now than they did.
I mean,
That's all. The whole. This might as well be another Wayans show.
Yeah,
so, Wayans show featuring Jim Carrey.
Yeah.
I can't wait to see it though. I really can't.
I'm excited.
Yeah, I'm
excited.
definitely.
But the other question is it going to measure up to its?
No. I don't think it will. And it's not even the fact that
rose-colored nostalgic glasses.
Because I don't even think it's going to.
So you think it's going to be a mini-series, or you think they're actually going to try to do a run?
They're going to try to do a run, and it's going to fail. Because most remakes aren't made for the generation that liked it before, because they're not going to like it. Most remakes are made for the newer generation, so they can understand something from the old generation, but at the same time, you're going to end up dealing with, like, it's not going to be as funny, because we're not that same age that we liked it when we first watched something.
True. And then on top of that, and then on top of that, you have to think of the fact that, I mean, it's the nostalgia that you got to bring it back the same. You want it to be the same exact kind of funny, but then you're going to be stepping on a lot of people's toes just because they were so edgy. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like, the Chappelle show skits and everything was hilarious, but I mean, at the same time, are they actually going to give you, are you going to have the same type of look as far as saying, like, the gay Klansman that came up, you know what, we don't want you here.
Yeah, but let me ask y'all this quick question. Okay. Everybody here.
Special guest Cam.
How old were y'all when Unlimited Color was out?
It's like
6 or 7.
6 or 7.
And then when you started watching more episodes, about how old were you then when you watched more episodes? The show was on for a while.
It was
about 10 by that time.
All right. So your level of humor has changed since you were like 6 to 10, correct?
Yeah.
All right. So what you found funny when you were 6 to 10, or for me,
different now.
Like
it definitely
high school,
is.
middle school, whatever. Mm-hmm. That's different than what's going to happen now. So that's why it's not going to be nearly as funny, because your mindset is stuck on when you were back then. So I just want to say that real quick.
Yeah. Let's go ahead and see some of the comments. Rick said Jamie Foxx.
Oh yeah.
What's his name? Sam Doja. Nothing measures to the original. Papa Royal. Remakes are never going to be the original. Yeah.
All right.
Oh, also, guys, you can call in. State what your opinion on 443-371 3155. So,
really?
She hates that. She hates that. And I don't care.
I'll say this every episode.
Every episode. We're taking it.
Yes.
Okay.
And it's not exact. We're just taking a number. So yeah, it is what it is. But also, I'm just gonna break the fourth wall. Can I get the mouse? Because we got no way to signal.
Fourth wall.
I'm thinking in comics. So we're gonna go live on the phone calls now. If you want to call in, you can definitely do so now. Help me.
Give the remote back. Remote control.
Wait, did you
I clicked on it. That's not. It
Oh,
says
what's
do
his
not
name?
disturb
I'm
is
looking
on.
What's the name? That Papa Roy also say hated it too.
So while we wait for people to call in, I also wanted to suggest that it may be a better idea for them to actually release it on another platform like Netflix or YouTube. That way you don't have the same censorship constraints that national TV would have. Like that, I think would be better.
Will that also include the live studio audience though?
Why not?
I mean,
they have sitcoms on Netflix.
Or would they have just
they have stand-ups and stuff like that too? So I mean, why not?
I mean, it could be live tracks. I mean, it's not going to be ideally the same exact thing as the last show. It's going to be different. They're going to have to change some things.
I mean, in this day and age, sketch comedy is sketch comedy, no matter what. Exactly. Sketch comedy will never die, but that particular brand and that particular
sketch comedy is evolving, so it's not going to be as maybe a live studio audience may not be good for them.
Or even
maybe it should be.
And here's another. I don't mean to cut you off. Why not even this? I mean, with how shows are nowadays, and yes, Dad, we're calling you Papa Royal. What's his name? Why don't you put it on IG? And the reason why I say IG is because if you go ahead and, like nowadays, you have to constrain the 30 minutes.
My idea. I was literally about to say that.
I mean, you constrain it down to 22 minutes, and I mean, like with the commercials and everything. You got pretty much 4 to 5 segments.
Stick to streaming.
Just go ahead
stick to streaming. They get a better revenue for that one. They'll make their money off the actual streaming website.
Your advertisement for IG is really only going to pay IG. It's not really going to pay you.
Yeah, I'm not going to watch the show on IG.
They're going to
I am not watching a show on IG.
If anything, we'll expand to Twitch.
Except for
Don't
Blerds
do it.
Whiskey.
I mean, you can.
I like that plug.
But I was saying that it is evolving, and a lot of sketch comedy is only going to be developed on stuff like IG.
Speaking
but
of
also, yeah, we're gonna plug you, Cam.
Yeah,
we got you.
We got you, dude.
You made me lose my track.
All right, let's just move on to the next thing. Let's move on. So there was a big payday for a certain somebody in the MLB this week.
Yes, it was.
Mike Trout signs the
It was.
biggest payday in sports history. $430 million over 12 years. So you're talking about around $35 million a year. And I mean, I'm just thinking, like, what's 5 things that you would definitely get by off of just with that, because that's fuck you money. It literally is like, I can do whatever. What are you gonna tell me?
12
I could
years,
do
430 million. What's that breakdown over every year? What's that?
34 to 35 million dollars a year.
I am not quitting my job. I'm going to tell y'all where I work. Some of y'all know, but I'm not going to tell. But I'm walking into that job, and I'm telling every customer exactly how I feel about it.
Trey, look me in my eyes. You know where I work at.
I know where you work at.
I would keep my job too.
I mean, I guess what would I buy?
How much more of an asshole can I be?
That is a good question.
Oh my goodness.
If you are interested in joining in this conversation, you can definitely give us a call at 443-371 3155.
Really?
And tell us 5 things you would buy
31.55.
with 430 or 36 million every year.
Yeah, 34 to 35 million every year.
years.
Me personally, I don't mean to cut you. I'm just gonna get right into it. 5 things that I would buy: a big ass house, about 5 to 4 bedrooms, 5 acres of land, pool, man cave, gym, all that other shit. One thing that me and my dad always talked about over the years, we definitely wanted, because we love sports, we want to go ahead and go, oh, we got a call in. I guess I will cut off.
Do you see
Really,
who's
Cam?
calling in?
Really, Cam? You really are an asshole. Okay.
Well, no one's calling, so I'm gonna be the first caller right now.
Do you see who's calling in?
Really, Cam?
Now we have
really are an
feedback.
asshole. Yeah.
Get off my phone.
Bye, Cam.
So I'm gonna be the first caller right now.
Yeah, so about
This
that.
is why you can't work with niggas. Get off my phone.
Yeah.
In my defense.
This guy.
In my defense.
This guy. Really? Can I get back up?
Yeah.
So
Don't stay over there.
turn the volume off. But yeah, we definitely
Volume off.
what's the name? Season tickets for me and my dad, because we always want to go into sports. And what I mean by that, like going to different towns, like to see Ohio State and Michigan in Michigan or in Ohio State. 3 cars that I definitely want to get. I want to soup up my car that I got right now. I want a Maybach and a Hellcat. I just want to go ahead and just say I bought it for frivolous shit. Yeah, buy a yacht. Just frivolous shit. I mean, that's fuck you money. I mean, you can do it. But the number one thing that I would do, because it's near and dear to my heart, my son was a preemie, so I want to go ahead and invest in, put money into the March of Dimes study. My grandmother unfortunately passed away due to dementia, so I want to go do research on that as well. So,
all right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Those are my top 5.
Okay, what would I buy?
Yeah.
Is it Chrissy? Is it myself?
Yes.
What's on the Christmas list?
hey,
What's on the Christmas
What's
list?
on the Christmas list?
Tell us on the Christmas list.
I guess like majority of my generation, I have student loan debt, so I'm gonna pay off all my student loans.
Oh, you one of the
Cheers to
then-
that.
You're one of the ones that actually went and finished
Cheers.
school.
Cheers to that one.
So look, but then with the $10 I have left, I'm gonna go ahead and go to Wendy's. I'm gonna go ahead and go to Wendy's and get the 55 meals.
said
I got
Wendy's
$5.
Wendy's don't like.
So then I get $5 left. It's gonna go in my pocket.
So real quick,
So wait, she's still.
hold on. For the duration of our friendships, everybody does this when I take a drink, and I have effing in my nose.
Fucking nose, nigga.
Every time. I can't drink around
So
you.
Chrissy
people.
still
I'm just saying.
Chrissy still has that high from having like that $1 million and stuff. So she
I'm
goes to
just
Wendy's.
saying.
Oh,
Well,
man.
everyone else with $10 would go to McDonald's. She's still
Okay.
like, I'm rich. I'm going to Wendy's.
I'm going to Wendy's.
$7 on a damn meal.
I'm gonna do that
Come on, Dave
$5
Thomas.
Biggie meal, put $5 in my pocket and feel
Oh,
accomplished.
and
That's
she gonna buy a red wig just to go ahead and say, fuck it. I want
Right.
to
She
buy
go
that.
over with a red wig on and be like, hey, what's taking so long?
I'm gonna feel real accomplished.
I want my Biggie fries, goddammit.
Is that machine working?
Like for real.
What I would buy, I'm opening up my bar. I'm opening up my bar. I'm buying my comic book shop, and they're gonna be right next to each other. And that's where I'm retiring. Like that's it. I'm just gonna be the asshole, and I'm gonna do it just like the Dave Chappelle sketch, the inkjet copy sketch, where they are true
because
as far as customer service.
That's why.
Exactly. Fuck you. I don't give a fuck. The customer's not always right. That's what I'm doing.
And real talk, all his friends are gonna be at the bar anyway, so we're gonna support it.
Rick said I would start a care hitman with 400.
Rick.
Wait, what did he say?
He would start his career as a hitman.
Y'all saw Maestro last week.
Yeah.
His ass too damn big to be hiding anywhere with his son.
All right, y'all can
We gonna
believe
be
it.
like, Rick, we can see you, dog.
He's all like, I've mastered the art of
Yeah,
being
it's gonna be
still.
like that. Y'all just like that
I move my movements are so incredibly
We call
slow.
him Drax the
Right.
Destroyer.
Drax the Destroyer.
We can still see you, Rick.
Damn
Even with the green shirt on, we can still see you.
Oh, I wanted to bring that up. Y'all gonna stop muscle shaming us.
Muscle shaming?
Y'all be telling me, oh yeah, he a muscle head and all this.
Fuck your muscles.
muscle head.
Okay?
Yeah, fuck you and your muscle.
I got muscles too. They just covered in fat.
Yeah.
Right.
That's
Wow.
all it is.
Okay.
I don't have a six pack. I got a keg. So
She's
fuck
biased because she's married to the muscle.
Listen,
head.
hey now.
First of all, I only got a
biased.
4
I thought you wanted to appear single on TV or something. I don't know.
I'm not
Why
biased.
would you want to appear single?
She's married. I mean, he got
Nigga,
call
I'm
ID.
right here.
He may not be on camera,
I'm
but
talking about her online persona.
Fuck online. I will punch a nigga through the internet.
you
I will find a way.
And this is why
I
I
might
was
actually
saying
get
that.
on the camera now.
That's enough.
No, that's actually the water.
That's enough.
That's the
Thank
water
you.
movie.
Habitual line stepper.
Yes.
Oh, there's a line?
He was like, step on it, mop.
What
I
line?
deserve
Oh,
that.
Okay.
That is hilarious.
AKA.
Before, wait. So 433.
This goes to the next one. Fuck it. It's money is money and nobody called it. But Cam.
Pop said he will make 67 per. 67 per
67.
at bat.
Oh,
67,000
K.
at bat.
You know what? How do you make 60?
Oh, $70 a minute. They said $70 a minute.
Bruh.
Yep.
Just a hit. So Lil Trey, because now
Miles,
my son has
Miles,
started
now you
watching
gotta
the
pick
show.
up a bat. Now you gotta get the gloves.
Yo, we going to the batting cages
Hey.
after this.
Yeah,
Get ready.
I mean, and Justin Verlander got paid. He's
Forget
36
the
years
NBA.
old. He
forget
got
the
paid
NFL.
$66 million for 2 years.
Show.
Dude, baseball
It's where it's
guaranteed
at. Yeah.
money, guaranteed
What makes you
longevity.
think who the hell's watching baseball? Well,
A lot
Hell,
of people
apparently
watch
I know.
baseball.
baseball.
We ain't watching
A
baseball.
lot of people watch
We
baseball.
need to make.
No, we're starting to watch baseball now.
What are you talking
Yeah.
about?
We got a DC team, so now we're starting to watch
It's
baseball.
America's pastime. It's not even football. It's baseball.
I was saying
There's
we're
so
not
much
watching
money
it
in
because-
baseball.
Yeah,
No,
because
and I can admit when I'm wrong. I can admit when I'm wrong. See, you lucky you over there. But anyway,
Y'all gotta know this dude. I'm sorry.
Yeah, so
Just
Yeah,
put
he-
that on camera real quick.
Our
I
producer.
watch baseball.
Yes, he watches baseball.
Champions.
fuck the Braves.
That's not the
Ooh,
Braves.
that's
That's the
the-
Red
Man, I'm sorry,
Sox.
that's the Red Sox. I meant to say Red Sox. I
Woo!
loud and wrong.
Yeah, and I'm the
Just
sports guy.
wrong.
Yeah, and I'm the
Damn,
sports guy.
that's
Yeah,
ignorant.
yeah. You know,
Speaking of
fuck
ignorant,
them. And you know what? Because I'm a Nationals fan, so fuck the
Shrek.
Braves too.
Speaking of ignorant,
Fuck the Braves, fuck the Mets, fuck the Yankees, and
I'm
the
not-
Sox.
I'm
You
not-
know,
Reel
Yeah,
it in,
yeah.
reel it in.
yeah, there we go. There we go.
Speaking of
Now we got a little ignorant.
Speaking of ignorant, so we titled this one Less Hilarious.
Yeah.
Because I first off don't think she's funny. Secondly, Jess Hilarious is in the news today for calling out a Sikh gentleman on a plane flight and basically making a big ass stir on social media. She got on live and said, "Oh, what are you doing? Where you going?" And then decided to double down, like people say, and basically be like she was scared. She saw two men with a turban, and she
Proceeded
Automatically
to-
just thought that it was just
To tape it.
Yeah, she videotaped it.
So
and-
where are they going?
Yeah,
Where
she
are
thought it
they
was saying
going?
niggas
Like,
just going
no.
around blowing up shit. So I mean, because unfortunately, what happened last week with the mosque, and
she heard.
It was poorly timed.
It
was
definitely
very poorly timed.
It was a clusterfuck of.
It was.
But I mean, I guess what made it worse was that every step they took, she was there with the camera.
Yeah.
And then she's like, we had to get off the plane. And nobody can say why we got off the plane, but we had to get off the plane. Mm-hmm. Then they got back on the plane, and she was like, guess who not on the plane? Yeah. And you like, girl, stop. Like, it's not that serious.
So, at this point, is she a racist or is she just ignorant?
She's very ignorant.
Those things are not mutually exclusive.
They're not.
She's ignorant and bigotry.
I mean, but my thing is with that though, she's like, I can't be racist. I have Muslims in my family. I was like, don't pull out that I have this many black friends.
I got 5 black friends.
Right, you know what I'm saying? Like, don't.
And one of them lives in my house.
Like she got a quota or something. Like, five Muslims? Oh, wait. No.
Just because you know niggas with beards don't mean that they
that nigga got a kufi on.
Nah,
it was ridiculous.
It's cold outside, nigga. That's the reason why he's swearing.
He ain't a Muslim. He's fresh out of prison.
Yeah.
Like, they just living their lives.
So to play devil's advocate, I was just saying that I was thinking that she can be considered to be ignorant to the different dichotomies of Islam. And I'm not. I could be wrong. I could be messed up. And excuse me. I'll correct myself later if I am. But the Sikhs are. Is it Sikh or it's? I think it's Sikhs are a different sect of Islam. So, but a lot of people get confused with that, and a lot of people are like, "Oh, well, no, they're all one thing." But it's generalization.
Yeah, the same way you got Catholics, you got Baptists.
Exactly. So that's what I'm saying. So she is ignorant. She was ignorant to the differences. I'm not justifying what she did. I'm not saying what she did. What she did was totally horribly wrong.
It is definitely.
But ignorance makes people do stupid shit.
Nah, stupid is stupid. Racist is racist.
Okay, so
she was stupid.
She saw.
In the internet era, there's no.
And she had the same way she had her phone in her hand.
She saw what she perceived was what the quote unquote stereotype of terrorists.
Yes.
And proceeded to make a joke off of it, off their expense. She knew exactly what she was doing when she saw who they were and what they represented.
Exactly.
Alicia said Muslims and Sikhs are the same. I don't know about
Sikhs are
a sect.
I don't know, so I'm not even
going to comment on it
because I don't want to look like an ass later on when this comes back.
But this is a conversation.
It is a conversation.
To gain the knowledge.
Yeah.
So
that's like saying Baptists and Christians
aren't the same. Right.
Okay.
Well, that's like saying Baptists.
Yes, but there's more to it.
Are the same.
Yeah.
Yes, but there's more to it.
Right.
Exactly. So, but what I ultimately am trying to say is that there can be people who have no experience.
She said they are not the same.
But continue. Not the same. Okay, the screen is kind of anyway. Damn, y'all make me lose my train of thought. There are people who are ignorant. There are people who've never seen black people besides fucking BET.
Rick you scared of Country Wayne's actual wife?
I mean, I wouldn't put it past her though. Like, all right,
she's a home wrecker.
I mean, and people are talking about like canceling her now, but it's like, can you cancel somebody you don't really pay attention to?
I mean, people pay attention to her.
I don't.
Because
let's be real. Like, the entire season of Wild 'N Out, she got like 3 lines?
No, but she's actually on Rail too, so people actually watch Rail. No, people. I'm saying people watch Rail. I'm not saying is it on?
Y'all watching Rail?
All right, who watches Fox?
If you're watching Rail, please call in 443-371.
I watched the first episode.
Who watches Rail?
I'm saying this.
Who the fuck watches Rail?
I'm saying this. Line. Okay, line. I'm saying that. I'm not saying everybody watches it. I'm saying some people watch it.
Right. I mean,
I'm just saying as far as
okay.
I'm not saying that the whole everybody. It's not like
has anyone in this room. Does anyone in this room watch Rail?
I've watched it a couple episodes.
I watched 8 episodes.
I saw like 3 or 4 episodes.
I watch it on IG in commercials because it shows up on Jess Hilarious' newsfeed. That's it.
And it's not funny. So
Well, I mean,
it's
funny, but I mean,
it's deep, dark, funny, but it's got its moments.
Yeah,
I watched 3 episodes.
Sinbad,
I didn't laugh once.
Sinbad's funny as shit.
He's a legend. He's a legendary comedian.
He's Sinbad. I mean,
we all watch it for Sinbad then.
And Rail himself, I like Rail because he represents the fat nigga in movies, and he actually has starred in some roles.
The fat, and also the smart one.
What I tell you?
Shaman.
Fat nigga memes.
Shames, yeah.
All right. What?
Anyway, let's move on. What's the name?
Anyway.
Promo time.
Promo.
Oh yeah, you got your first promo.
So
So apparently, I had a situation that happened a couple weeks ago. My barber.
First off, let me cut you off once. This bound to show up. He ain't tell it.
He said once.
Anyway, he gonna come. He gonna show up here with the fresh lineup and everything. Ain't tell nobody. I know it's my responsibility. But he went up to his new barber. He found himself a new barber. Ain't tell nobody. So we sitting here all scruffy. Cam's ass is scruffy too.
Go ahead, do your promo. All right. So one of my actual one of the kids I actually used to coach. He actually has his, he's working at this barbershop. It's called Unique Cuts. It's located in 9002 Old Branch Avenue, Clinton, Maryland 20735. Go on uniquecuts.com. That's UNEEK CUTS.com. You can get apparel from there as well. And yeah, they got me looking fresh and crispy out this motherfucker. My wife was up there calling me from New Orleans. She's like, damn, boy, you looking good and shit. Don't look at me like that, Trey. I don't give a shit. My way ahead. And she's always sliding real deep in the DMs and shit.
I bet you she be checking the DMs after this show.
Hey, she can go ahead and look. I ain't got shit to hide. I'm part of the what's his name? Black Man Don't Cheat Coalition. So I mean, you know what
sure
I'm saying?
Good shit.
Shit. But all joking aside, my man X hooked me up with the fresh shape up and everything. He hit my little man up too. Go and check them out. They really, and this right down the street from my alma mater, Ceresville High School. Go Hornets. Yeah, I know I'm in the house of fucking
Clinton, Maryland.
Yeah, Clinton, Maryland. So yeah, it's my old stomping ground. So yeah. Yeah, you know what? Yeah, shut the hell up.
We're not gonna start arguing about high school. Right. We're well out of high school.
Yeah, I know.
Okay. But you also had a conversation with him about.
Oh yes. So one of the polls that we had earlier this week, it was about who is the better superhero, who would kick whose ass between Superman and Batman. And to go ahead and say, because I know this is gonna come up, you want to know exactly who did he root for because
I'm letting you know now. If you ain't choose right, you're not cutting my head. You're not cutting my son's head. Nah.
All right. So you would enjoy this because he actually went with Batman.
Okay, all right. You have my patronage, sir.
Okay, yeah. Me
personally, otherwise,
fuck all that. It's Superman all day. I don't even know why we having this conversation.
We're only having this conversation.
And I'm gonna get down to the nitty-gritty. The one thing I would say is that yes, Superman is not. He ain't. Man, he ain't making me lose my train of thought. Damn. So Superman definitely ain't. He ain't.
I'm gonna jump in.
Gutter. He ain't. What's the term that we looking for as far as he's
milquetoast?
He's like blue blood. He's like, I'm gonna do this shit the right way. If he was a fucking savage, if he was a savage, he would come over there and just say, you know what, fuck this. I'm beaming this red eye joint from a mile away. You're gonna die instantly.
He did it on Injustice, but
he did
Injustice, yes. But I'm saying,
Batman.
But I will give Batman. I will give Batman the credit when he. Go ahead.
Contrary to popular belief, Batman does have a superpower. You know what it's called? Prep time. You know what that is?
Bill Belichick.
You know what that is?
He's the Bill Belichick.
He is the Bill Belichick of the DC universe.
You give him enough time.
This man sleeps with a piece of kryptonite on him at all times. So even if he was to fly at supersonic speeds and go into his room trying to get him polio, he would stop dead in his tracks because Obama sleeps with kryptonite on him.
Okay, hey. For anyone, if anyone has the DC Universe app, can look up World's Finest, the episode where they both crossed over.
Yep.
The episodes. Sorry, I'm spilling drinks all over. Anyway,
no more drinks for that man.
Batman had a dime bag worth of kryptonite.
That big.
And literally said, "Is that all it takes to stop you?"
Yes, and it stopped him. So you telling me this person?
I'm saying.
So let me finish.
Go ahead.
A dime bag
individual.
of
Hold up,
kryptonite.
Cam. Hold up. This individual who has no fighting spirit, who has no capabilities whatsoever, who only gets power from the yellow sun.
Who taught
Superman how to fight? Hold up. If he loses his powers, how is he going to beat a martial artist? How is he going to beat him?
That's why I said if he's just a savage from the jump. That's the one. The one thing that's just as bad as kryptonite is that he's not a savage.
Can you tell I've had this conversation before? Yeah, I have.
Yeah, he has. So fucking what? I don't care.
I win every time.
Krypton's a superpower.
Yeah, you know.
But
can't say anything to people who read.
But apparently, everybody else agrees with me because Superman won the actual poll. 59 to 41. I win!
Bring it down.
Wow.
So, those of you who played on the poll,
shout out to Lauren.
rarely read comics and rarely know what comics are.
I'm about to check the comics right now.
Yo, I mean, if you look at the comments on the post, yo, you people who voted for Superman, read a book, you noob. Anyway,
all the fake ones.
Let's read the comments real quick.
Oh, I flew back in time and gave you polio.
If he was that savage, but he ain't though.
He's not a savage. That's one thing I would say.
Kryptonite gave Lex Luthor Protestant Christians.
Cancer.
So I guess I didn't account for personality.
Hey, Papa Royal. So Papa Royal said Kryptonite gave Lex Luthor cancer. Batman prepared for that as well.
He has
Kryptonite
lead in that pocket.
is covered in lead.
In that one pocket.
By the way, please call in 443-371 3155. But yeah, definitely. Who else? We got Alicia. Been quiet if you want to be married. Well, okay. Yeah, be quiet if you want to be married. Yeah.
Oh, she's talking about your beard and.
Anyway. My wife came up to me and told me I look sexy. I already knew I was sexy.
Okay.
And then on top of that, I told you I ain't got to cheat, baby. I ain't got to.
Oh, goodness.
I ain't got to cheat.
So the second poll that we had it goes into the next topic of Disney the Monster. So Disney finally the official acquisition has gone through. Disney has acquired Fox Entertainment.
Disney Thanos.
And we can look forward to two major things coming into the MCU, and that's the X-Men and the Fantastic Four. So the poll that was posted was, which movie? Oh boy, which movie? What team should get the movie first? The X-Men or the Fantastic Four? I voted for Fantastic Four.
I voted for X-Men.
I voted for Fantastic Four.
It's a whole kitchen. They can't see.
That's cool. I voted for X-Men.
I'm the only person.
No, you're not the only person because I rooted for Fantastic Four too. I grew up on the Saturday morning cartoons.
That's cool. That's real nice. That's real
so
nice.
yeah, I don't care. I really don't care because Dr. Doom needs that. He needs to be put out there. He needs to, and the only way that you can bring him in is
through the Fantastic Four.
Thank you.
So, contrary thoughts.
You want to go first?
I'm just saying, we had 2 Fantastic Four movies.
3.
They sucked ass.
We had 3. And who?
We had 3.
We had 4.
I was gonna say
we had 4.
We can't kill out the mic. Okay,
sorry.
Bring it down.
The reboot was not a movie.
Oh yes, it was.
Trey's the sober one this episode.
I paid money and went to the movie in theaters.
You should have known better.
I knew better. That's now my go-to. When people say, "Oh, you shouldn't see that movie," hey, look, I went to the theaters and saw Fantastic Four: The Reboot with Michael B. Jordan as Johnny Storm.
Yeah.
So nothing can ever be worse than that. Like before, it used to be Green Lantern. Hey, I saw Green Lantern in the theaters. Yeah. Now it's Fantastic Four: The Reboot. I saw Fantastic Four in the reboot. I can watch Captain Marvel.
So you're spending money for bad shit bragging rights?
Yes. So I can say for a fact, as a nerd, when I say a movie sucks, that movie sucks.
Okay, Chrissy.
You want to read the comments?
No, I ain't gonna read no comments. Anyone who votes for Fantastic Four.
We got 16 minutes to finish this show.
Don't nobody give a fuck about Fantastic Four. Really. Okay. Realistically, no one does. They want to make Fantastic Four relevant. They really want to make Fantastic Four relevant.
Let's put out this too as well. And Chrissy, I'm gonna make this quick because I know you got some 2 cents. What about the shitty X-Men movies that was out there? What about them?
I mean,
okay. So everybody, if you got the right people to put in the place for it, like the MCU, they can make Fantastic Four way better than what it was. But at the same time, it was. Anyway, I'm sorry, Chris. Go ahead.
No, I mean, I'm just saying. Yes, the X-Men movies. Some X-Men movies were bad, but think about how many X-Men movies there were compared to the amount of Fantastic Four movies. True. On top of that, as far as I guess business sense goes, Disney is looking to make the most money. They're going to start with X-Men because X-Men made the most money. Plus, people want to see X-Men before they see Fantastic Four.
And like I said, no one gives a fuck about Fantastic Four. In the comic book era, when the 90s, when Marvel was on the brink of bankruptcy, who saved them or kept them afloat?
I thought Blade did.
No, X-Men.
X-Men.
Oh, yeah.
The mutants alone in the 90s kept Marvel afloat long enough to be relevant.
And then they made Reed Richards himself relevant from that point forward.
Yeah. They tried to. They tried to make Franklin Richards relevant too.
Well, you know what?
Yes.
They may have their opinion. Mm-hmm. We want Fantastic. It's our show anyway. So.
Y'all lost though. But just saying.
I don't care. It's our show. It's our show.
That's fine. That's fine. I'm willing to accept that.
X-Men represent the civil rights struggle.
No, this was never a question of which was the most popular.
Yeah.
This was just a question of who would get a movie first. Right. My opinion about it was that the Fantastic Four would go first because the X-Men universe is still vibrant right now through Fox.
Okay.
And that's why I believe that Marvel Studios would make a Fantastic Four movie to wash the taste of the bad movies out of everybody's mouth.
Quick question, Trey.
So, yes.
If Fantastic Four is such a hot commodity for the Marvel Universe movie cinema, how many exactly Avengers are in the Fantastic Four? And how many Avengers are in the X-Men that are relevant? Wolverine.
The Thing.
Wolverine
was never in the Fantastic Four.
Yes, he was. No, he was in Avengers.
Okay.
We got
we got our second promo. Got to get into this one. So we're going to go ahead and shout out Mi Naturale is a mobile service self-care. Is a mobile self-care service that provides in-home office and location-based professional customized massages and stretch therapy. Their services include a variety of styles like deep tissue, sports, and Swedish massage. Mi Naturale also offers and provides skincare products and beard oils that are customized and tailor-made for optimal absorption into the skin. So tell them the boys from Blerds Whiskey sent you. But definitely check them out on minaturale.com. Phone number 571-620-2777. That was the last promo. So, we did just.
We're also going to get into us.
Oh yeah, us.
Yeah.
So, I know you want to get into this one. I know you want to get into this. We're saving that one for. You know what? Fuck it. Let's do it now. All right. So, you were not coming back. So apparently, The Rock clapped back to the various comments that have been going on about his racial ambiguity.
I said SAT word out this show. That people have
celebrating English.
But how is
so
it
proud
ambiguous
of
when he
you.
claims it though?
Some people call it that.
I'm saying, but how is it ambiguous when he claims it?
However, so The Rock is going on the record of stating that he claims both Samoan and black. I just want to go on the record to say I didn't say I didn't say he doesn't qualify as a black man. I said he does not qualify as the first black WWE champion. And we're not talking about the gimme title, the SmackDown title. I am talking about the Raw World Heavyweight
Universal title.
So, but I mean, it's never been a question of is he a black man or not. It's just a question of does he qualify as the first black champ?
He doesn't,
and that's the argument. So,
in my opinion, you can smell it all you want, but
you look at you look at all the African American wrestlers in history: Mark Henry, Booker T, R-Truth, Kofi Kingston. People who have either been close to getting a title, Rocky
his dad.
His dad. African American wrestlers have never gotten that chance to get on that pinnacle, to be the front man of the company. And even when The Rock was the front man of the company, he was not advertised
as a black guy.
Like Stone Cold was pushed out. He was not pushed out like
he kicked ass in WCW and WWE.
But we can't even put WCW and WWE. We have to talk about it separately. Just because they acquired it,
just because
doesn't
bought
mean
it don't mean it's the number one.
We can talk about it together.
Because I mean, they weren't sitting there talking about the heavyweight champions. He talked how Booker T said 5 times. He wasn't even when he had his shot to go up against Triple H at WrestleMania. What did they do? He took that L.
So with all that said, I just want to say Kofi Mania 2019.
We got a call.
We got a call from. All right.
Hell yeah.
Blerds and Whiskey, your boy Trey Proper.
This is your boy Big Herb.
And your girl Christmas.
Go ahead, Corey. What's going on?
So I'm confused. Why doesn't he classify as the first black champion to you?
Because he doesn't claim all the way black. But no, I mean, I'm
okay. Okay, so is that like saying Tiger Woods was not the first black golfer to win the Grand Slam? I mean, if we're just gonna throw out people who aren't fully black, there's a whole lot of people who should be thrown out. Barack Obama from being the first black president. Then we should throw out a whole bunch of people who shouldn't get.
Oh!
Shit.
So,
Woo!
Bars.
If we're going to start throwing out people because you feel they didn't claim their blackness, then I'm just confused. How many history makers do we have to throw out? I'm just saying.
Get him.
Okay, fair enough.
Okay.
I can concede that fact. I didn't think of it that way, in all honesty. So, is that what we're going to do now? We're going to officially call him the first black champion of the WWE? Is that what we're doing?
Well,
I mean,
you have to.
You do have to.
There's no way that you can't.
No.
I mean, it's a fact. He's black. He's part black, part Samoan. So what?
He ain't got to claim us for us to claim
Okay,
him.
look at it this way. Are we throwing Michael Jackson out as the first black person to ever top Billboard's Hot 100?
Did you see Catching Neverland or whatever the fuck that documentary was?
I'm just asking.
I don't know. See, Mike actively made it so that he wasn't black, so I don't know.
But Mike was still black. It doesn't matter what you're doing. Have to do it
On
again.
his death certificate, it says African American.
Can anyone transcend their race? Because motherfuckers are doing it. We're just not.
I mean, by all means, I'm not. When I say as far as I feel he's not, it's always felt like he's promoting more, and it's not even a problem that he's doing it. It's not, but he promotes more the Samoan side more than he does the African American side. Not saying that he doesn't. Not saying that he doesn't do it. Not saying that he does. He's like F black people. I'm not saying that. I'm saying you see more of the Samoan heritage, and which is not a problem at all. Yeah. But you see more of the Samoan heritage than you do of the African American heritage.
So now we're getting into proving blackness, and what proves that? What proves blackness?
According to the Constitution, one drop of black blood.
Yeah. True.
Yeah.
True.
Okay.
Papa Royal said one drop rule effect.
Let's take your name. Okay, let's take the name of the show.
And by the way, before you really get into your rant, I agree with you.
No. He's killing y'all.
I'm not
He's killing me. Hey Corey, we got to wrap up. We gonna continue this conversation.
We'll have this conversation.
But I will say, let me finish. I will say I concede. Okay, everybody. Trey admits when he's wrong. All right, we'll hit you up.
Yo, come on,
all right, take it easy, Corey.
So Trey admits when he's wrong. Yeah. It happens. Okay. I may be wrong. It's highly unlikely in a lot of cases. This time, I was wrong. I did not see that. I changed my perspective. So we're gonna move on to the next thing. Nobody saw Us.
Yeah, and
nobody saw Us yet. It just came out. I'm planning on watching it tonight. Definitely, you guys should go out and see it. It's getting mixed reviews. It's on cue to get 67 million so far as of last night.
Box office wise, it's already beaten.
It's beaten Get Out. But there are mixed reviews. People are saying it's stupid.
They compare it to Get Out.
Exactly.
You have to come in this thing with an open mind.
Exactly.
It's not Get Out. It's two different movies. I've even been told as far as like the first one was talking about as far as like race. This one is talking about class. So, I mean, with classism instead of racism. So, one other thing as far as just because I know we running down on time, I wanted to just, as a segue, just put out this. If you guys haven't heard, they have a black horror documentary called Horror Noir. I hope I'm not butchering it. But yeah, it's talking about it's a documentary on all black movies as far as going back in the day to where, like, they thought that they had a white guy playing a black person in what's the name of that movie called
Night of the Living Dead?
No, not Night of the Living Dead.
No. The first one was a black guy. My bad.
No, this one is what's the name of the thing called? It's not. It's Birth of a Nation. And they said as far as like they made the black guy look like a bad guy.
Oh, because they were wearing blackface.
Yeah, they was wearing blackface, and then it goes deep into all the roots as far as going back into like how they use the monsters as us, and then they turn into what's the name?
The Babadook?
No.
We saw
old black and white movie.
No, like the old black and white, like the fish man. They come out of it. He have big fat lips. It's literally. You can go and check it out. It's on Shudder. It's a streaming service, and it's actually worth the money to go ahead and check it out. But
go ahead and hit me up with that password if you got one.
I will bring out my film school knowledge on that one.
Yeah, that definitely is. It's definitely a must watch. So if you got a chance to go and peep it, it's called Horror Noir. It's basically a black documentary on horror flicks. What else?
Blackumentary?
A blackumentary, yeah. Yes. Yeah. So I mean, and
ultimately, we want everybody to get out there. When you go see us, which is the main thing, make sure you get out there and understand that it is not Get Out.
It's not.
Give it a shot. You got to have an open mind.
You have to have an open mind.
But it's definitely, so far, it's got mixed reviews. Once we actually have all seen it, we will give our micro review. Of course, no spoilers involved. And that'll be that.
Congratulations to Jordan Peele for his work.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah, man.
Big up. Shout out to this, and I'm not going to choke on this one. So
I'll drink some here. I've been drinking enough.
Yeah, obviously.
Trey's a sober one. Keep that in mind.
That's
the last thing. So, my lovely cousin Christmas had sent me a link talking about there's an opportunity to win $1,000 if you sit down and watch the entire MCU before Endgame comes out. So it's actually a company that's called Cable TV. I want all my Blerds out there to get as much money as possible. Yes. So if we all can do it. Hey,
I'll do it for free, but if you're gonna pay me $1,000, I'm
gonna do it for free.
We've actually paid money to do this. I need my reimbursement from Marvel.
Wow.
It's not Marvel that's doing it. Yeah. It's a company. It's a website, cabletv.com. You can actually go there, and they will actually, they got to choose the winner.
No, you have to apply.
Or apply, They choose the people that are actually.
And you have to be a Marvel enthusiast. Yes. There's like requirements in order to do this.
Yes.
So
So it was launched on March 12th. But basically, no sleep till Endgame. But I think that's just.
And I got my shirt for Endgame too. Is it? Yeah, my shirt is on there. I survived the snap.
Oh, yeah. Good job. I like that.
Definitely gonna rock that.
I gotta plot mine out.
I already got mine. It's been mine.
Are the lines closed down?
So we want to say thank you all for checking us out. We on Facebook. We on YouTube. We also got a review. Me and Trey did this on the way up here today. We did a review for what's the name of that joint? John Wick 3, and we gonna post that later on tonight. The trailer.
We haven't seen the movie.
So the movie doesn't come out until I believe May. So we definitely gonna look that up.
I got it.
We also gonna talk about stuff for next week. We definitely gonna get deeper into what's the name, WrestleMania, because WrestleMania is 2 weeks away. I will be in the building April 1st at Capital One Arena, Raw's War. You know we up in there.
Oh yeah.
So
Kofi Mania. Thank you guys for tuning in.
Also, so we always end the show like this for the newcomers.
Oh yeah.
Up to it, down to it. Fuck those who don't do it. We do it because we used to it. Drink, motherfucker, drink.
Okay, yeah. All right.
All right.